A claps. Happy Thursday, T-Squad. It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade Real Housewives of Miami Season 5, Episode 12 review. I drop videos Monday through Sunday. Everything that I say is for entertainment purposes only, not to be taken seriously, so if that works for you, then let's get into tonight's review. Want to let you guys know that tomorrow I will be dropping the Real Housewives of Miami Season 5 reunion looks fashion killer videos. Baby, the theme was James Bond. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. And next Tuesday, the Real Housewives of New Jersey airs. Woo, 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 woo. And yes, I will be doing reviews on the season like I did last year. So get ready for Freddie. And let me know down below in the comment section if you all want me to do reviews on Vanderpump Rules. I've watched every season of Vanderpump Rules. I don't know if it's an audience on this channel for that show, but let me know. Anywho, let's get into tonight's review. So in tonight's episode, Julia continues on her adoption process, which has been difficult because, you know, she's in a same-sex relationship and they're of a particular age, but she's able to find an agency that specializes in working with same-sex couples, but they ask her to think about the long-term plan because her and Martina are of a particular age, and if anything were to happen to either one of them, they want to ensure that, you know, the child has a safe landing, which is very important. But the process is beginning and Julia is really excited. I wish, however, that we could see Martina be involved in the adoption process and be along with her on the journey. But other than that, she's really excited that this time when she's having a child, she will have a partner with her to raise this child because her other daughters' fathers were not in a relationship with her. So I'm happy for Julia. Alexia takes her son to this organization that helps children with unique needs transition into living a more self-sufficient lifestyle and to be independent. And it was really nice to see him prepare himself to ride in the Uber by himself for the first time, you know, try to work a job. You know, he's expressed that he was scared to do those things by himself because, you know, he's used to having his mom or somebody there with him. But I'm really happy to see him take this next step in his life because it is needed. And like they had to remind him that, you know, your mom won't be there forever. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I like Alexia the most, when we see her be a mother, because the other Alexia child can kiss my booty because she has really shown her white lily booty hole. Then in the episode, we saw Alexia and Marysol visit like this fat doctor. Now, Alexia asked Marysol several times, like, what does this doctor do? What kind of, you know, medications and pills does he give? Oh, I don't know. I don't do it. He don't do it for me. He just do it for everybody else. So you just telling your friends and stuff to come down to this man and you don't even know what he injected and giving these people. Marysol, you're lying. Everything about this situation says to me that this man was probably giving people that diabetic medication to help them slim down that everybody been taking. Leave them people stuff alone. Us diabetics need our medication, and y'all heifers out here taking that dang on medication to keep y'all skinny when it's people out here that need their medication, but they can't get it because it's being bought up by people trying to lose weight. And that's what this doctor was giving me. That's why they would never say on camera what exactly it is that he was shooting up in these folks. They sit down and they have a conversation about Nicole. Alexia brings up Nicole and says that, you know, she felt like Nicole was being really disrespectful at her event with the family lawyer. She didn't like the way that she grabbed her Black American Express card and threw it on the man's lap. She did not throw it. She placed it, first of all. And she says that Nicole is getting on her nerves. Well, darling, let me tell you, you have gotten on our nerves this season with you and your vanilla antics. That's why I call you the Cuban demon. You are the Cuban demon, darling. So, Nicole has planned a trip to the Bahamas for the weekend for the ladies as a do-over from the Key West event. And I was like, all y'all got was a weekend vacation when the other girls get to go to these exotic locations for 4 or 5 days and all y'all got was a weekend. Bravo, what is going on over there with the funds? What is going on? These girls can go to the Bahamas in a blink of an eye. It's right there. Like, nah, that's not cool. Alexia goes on to tell Marysol how before they got into it, she and Nicole planned a gringo dinner with all of their husbands, because all of their husbands are white except for Anthony. He's mixed or whatever. So she was like, if Nicole comes, she comes. She's not going to disinvite her, but she expects an apology out of Nicole. Girl, you can take that apology and shove it up your anus, okay? I'm really sick of her. I want her to go somewhere. And Marysol, long, wide face, football face shaped head ass, just sitting there co-signing everything that Alexia says. Like, they really get on my nerves. Don't they remind you of white chicks? That's who Alexia and Marysol are, the characters from the movie White Chick. We then go to Adriana and Julia meeting up for lunch, and Adriana lets her know that she's really upset with the situation between she and Alexia and Marysol, because she was like, I've been knowing these girls for all of these years. We've had each other's backs. We've been there for each other through thick and thin. And she does not understand why they're trying to discredit her with this situation with her new boo thing and how they've been acting funny towards her. And I'm like, because they fake. They're fake and they're friends to no one. They really, truly, honestly are. And it seems like when they're on this vacation, she's going to get into it with Alexia. And I'm here for it. I hope she cuss Alexia and Marysol out. I really honestly do, because Marysol sitting up here acting like she married. She ain't even married, calling this man her husband. Girl, y'all ain't even married to one another. Who are you to talk about anything? Sit down and shut up. Larsa visits Lisa at her crib and they sit down and talk. And, Lisa is looking skinnier than usual. And Larsa tells her she needs to start taking better care of herself and she needs to eat. She needs to make herself eat. And Lisa goes on to tell her how Lenny's trying to put her out of the house. She and the kids out of the house. Like, physically make her leave by getting some, like, court order or something like that. And she was like, it's literally only been a month since I found out about everything, and this man is literally trying to put him and me and our children out of the house. But she was like, I don't know who he think he is and what he think he got, but child, please. She was like, she ain't going nowhere. And as of today, she still hasn't gone anywhere. So Lenny, suck it. So Lisa says that she is finally over trying to save her family. At this point, she's in survival mode for herself and her children. And I'm like, that's what you better be, because it's obvious he ain't concerned about y'all kids and their well-being. He's only concerned about himself, that little Peter Weeder of his, and that floozy he over there dating. Girl, forget Lenny. Like I said, he looks like lobster bisque, okay? So we see Nicole and Anthony, Alexia and Todd, Marysol and her fake husband, and Guerdy and Russell all get together for this gringo dinner. And everything is starting off well. Everybody's laughing, kiki, enjoying the Cuban food. And then all of a sudden, here go Alexia starting stuff, child. And she brings up that, the family lawyer she had come to that little event was supposed to be there for family law. And my friend here made into something else. And Nicole was like, well, he was a lawyer. I was asking him the definition of defamation. What does that mean? So people can be clear. And Anthony, co-signed. He was like, exactly. He's a lawyer. She was asking a question. And here go Alexia, but it doesn't matter. He's a family lawyer and she's married to a lawyer. So she could have just asked you. She already knew the definition of it. There was no point of that. Girl. I was so happy that Anthony had her back. I really honestly did, because Alexia likes to steamroll people. And so Alexia was like, you went into your purse and grabbed your Black American Express card. You're professional, and that was not professional, Nicole. You disrespected my house and my friend. You have not owned up to one thing since I've known you. I know you lying. I know that ain't the pot calling the kettle black. You refuse to even acknowledge when you're wrong, and you refuse to give apologies when you're dead wrong. So you're the last person to talk, and I would have reminded her of this, honey. So Anthony was like, okay, well, we'll send him some flowers. Does he like chocolate? Okay, like, what else do you want? Like, he was being sarcastic and an a-hole about it, but I didn't blame him because you're making a mountain out of a molehill. And girl, get somewhere and sit down. And why are you yelling at my wife, my soon-to-be wife? I would have really checked up, because who you talking to? So then here come Todd. Oh, Vince McMahon looking ass jumping in trying to check somebody. I was like, oh, so that's why y'all together, because both of y'all are some a-holes. Okay, now it all makes sense. So he gonna sit up there and say to Anthony, you should stay out of it. You're going to send flowers and chocolates to a grown-ass man. That's why you work in an office with 3 employees. He works for a big law firm. Anthony was like, who got 3 employees? He's like, I got 187 employees. What are you talking about? And first of all, while you sitting up here talking about somebody need to stay out of it, you need to stay out of it. How about that? You need to stay out of it. Let the women have their own, argument, if that's the case. And Anthony should have stayed out of it. He should have let Nicole, handle her scandal. You know what I'm saying? But she needed somebody there to have her back, because Alexia had not only Todd, but Marysol there to have her back. Guerdy was there, but Guerdy was trying to play peacemaker and allow everybody to get their words out. And I wish she would have had Nicole's back in that situation instead of trying to be the martyr and stay cool with everybody. She should have had Nicole's back in that moment. And I really hope at the reunion she has her back. I really do. I hope that they have each other's back at this reunion, because if not, I'm going to be really disappointed in Guerdy, because Nicole needs that backup. So Alexia was like, you were trying to be smart. You were trying to be a smart ass, and it didn't work. Nicole was like, everything I do is wrong. You guys never see what is done to me. And they really don't. They don't want to acknowledge anything that anybody has done or said about this girl. What was said about her was so damaging. And somehow she's the bad guy, not Larsa, who said this horrendous thing about her that could have implicated her, put in some type of investigation on her at her job. No, she wasn't wrong. Nicole, the victim, was wrong. Make it make sense. Please make it make sense. Alexia is such a hypocrite. She's so dense. She's so dumb. She's so backwards. Like, she just really honestly, truly disgusts me. She really honestly does. Larsa and Kiki end up taking Lisa out on a girls' night on the town, but she spends like 30 minutes talking about Lenny, child. But it's to be expected. She's going through a lot. Everything is still fresh and new. And she lets the ladies know that her trainer quit on her because Lenny has now hired him to work for the mistress, child. Baby, if you don't get Lenny jumped, like, baby, Lenny need to hit on him, and not a bang, bang, pow, pow. He need to get a physical beat down hit on him, because that man is the devil. Literally, he looked like the devil. He looked like he probably smelled like the devil. He always was sweaty and moist looking and damp and dewy. Like, I just cannot stand that man. Ugh, gross. He is just disgusting. And then at the end of the episode, Nicole and Alexia meet up to have a discussion before they go on this girls' trip about, the beef between them two. And Nicole was like, I had no idea you were that upset. And here go Alexia being condescending. How could you not know? How could you not know? Girl, because she didn't know. She didn't know you were mad because y'all made up that same day. She apologized to you that same day. Y'all made up, y'all hugged. And yet and still, you had a whole attitude about it and wanted to bring it up and try to confront her and embarrass her in front of all of the husbands. So, yeah, she didn't know. Make it make sense, Alexia. And I don't understand why. Maybe it was brought up and they just edited it out. But I would have said that if I was Nicole. Like, we made up that same day. So how was I supposed to know that you still called yourself feeling some type of way? So Nicole was like, I'm sorry, but I didn't see it that way when it was happening. Alexia was like, why didn't you see it that way? Is that just how you are? Girl, it would have took everything in me not to leap across that table on her. So Nicole still handles herself. She still, keeps it cute. And she was like, when it comes down to my profession, that's a no-go zone for me. Being a young Latina Hispanic woman and being pretty, do you know how many prejudices and stereotypes that I have to overcome? And none of that mattered to Alexia. Alexia says, oh, you want to pretend that you're still right? When you're going to apologize, you can't put conditions on it. That's like narcissistic. Girl, I'm so sick of people using the word narcissistic. There's other words to describe somebody than narcissistic, girl. Spell narcissistic. How about that? I would have said that to her. Spell it. Spell it and then I'll be it. Because I know you can't spell it off the top of your head. And everything that Nicole had just stated to her was so true. And she just disregarded all of that. Just disregarded everything and had the nerve to say, you just want to see her be right. Oh, girl. Like, I wouldn't have even wasted my time, my energy, my breath, my outfit, my shoes, my gas, my car, my credit card, this food. I wouldn't have wasted any time on this heifer. If she want to be mad, she just gonna be mad. You gonna be mad at the world because I ain't thinking about you, nor do I care if you mad at this point. But Nicole is a better person than me because she apologizes once again. Okay. And she accepts her apology, does not give one back, of course. And Nicole says that, she talked to Lisa about the trip. She said she was going to try her hardest to come, but she's afraid to leave the house because she doesn't know what Lenny's going to do. She doesn't know if he's going to try to bring the girl over there, move her in while she out of town. She don't know what's going on. And they both feel really sorry for Lisa to be in that type of position where she's afraid to even leave her house because she don't know what this man is going to do. But from the previews of next week's episode, seems like all HE double hockey sticks is going to break loose between the ladies. And child, we know it's going to be more nonsense from Alexia and Marysol and Larsa, child. I just pray that these girls have each other's back on the other side and really gather them heifers and get them together because I'm sick of the three demons. I really, truly am. They're starting to remind me of the four horsemen from over there in Beverly Hills. Okay. That's what it's really giving me. That's what it's really giving me. And I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it at all. Overall, I'm going to give tonight's episode of The Real Housewives of Miami a B-. A B-. Seems like next week's episode is really going to be jam-packed and I'm looking forward to it. You guys, make sure you thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.